Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another month. Another month means another Around the Pound. And I guess for the second month in a row, I am your host, Marcus Shadow from Showtime. Joining me, of course, is the usual cast of misfits, starting with the head misfit, Mr. James Phoenix.
Hello, folks.
And we have the British contingent of the misfits from the Gaming Zone, Comic Zone, XGR, and generally gaming comic stuff, Chris, a.k.a. The Mole.
Oh, great, I have to be the British one. Oh, hello, Governor, and a spot of tea.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor, we have a new prince.
What was that, James? Please, sir, can I have some more?
My baby. I screwed it up.
Figgy pudding? Figgy pudding?
Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding.
I can't tell you how all these accents are just making me so aroused right now.
Except for James's.
And that little lady over there is Ms. Anastasia, the geeky girl from Geeky Girls Game Grotto.
Anastasia waits being here.
And that's her secret, she's always aroused.
Oh. I love you guys. Also joining me, my good friend from the Sad Gamer Reviews, the Sad Gamer himself, Richter Hammer. Hello. Rounding out the cast.
The fuck?
The hell was that?
She really was aroused. She pulled out a vibrator.
All
I heard it.
What the hell is that?
Righty then. As I was saying.
In all seriousness, whose phone is near their microphone? Please move it.
It's not me. But, yes, rounding out our little cast of misfits here, we have the silky smooth, deep voice of the men. Voice that the women swoon over. QJ.
By women, I'm pretty sure he means, imaginary friends, people that I, sometimes deal with and have to emotionally, yeah, okay.
Oh, come on, I did the British stereotypes. You should have done your stereotype. The second you said QJ, me and Stacey should have queued in the background with, you QJ? You damn right.
Damn right, son.
You damn right.
That's not totally true. That's not totally true, QJ. I distinctly recall you recently going on some trip with a friend and his girlfriend where you tried to steal the girlfriend.
I didn't try to steal what?
Exactly.
Nice.
All will be enough.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't try, I did.
And will you be reviewing her?
There is no try, there is only do, and do it right.
I'm now looking forward to his month.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
if the words leave your mouth of during this month I was watching SpongeBob, we're all going to be like, no, fucking talk about the girl. Well, Patrick opened up a restaurant. Girl!
Wait, what if it's Patrick opened up a restaurant? I don't remember that.
It's
I
new
haven't seen
episodes,
any of the new ones, but it seemed like a plausible plotline.
Yeah.
And
Well,
all
since
you
we're
did, Jim, was confess you watched SpongeBob.
Everybody watches SpongeBob. You watch SpongeBob.
It's the only thing that comes on Nickelodeon anymore.
Exactly. That and Power Rangers once every 6 months on a Saturday morning.
I do not watch TV.
Nope. This is now on 3 times a day. Where the hell have you been?
And there's also Ninja Turtles. And there's also
Three
Ninja
times?
Turtles. And, of course, Legend of Korra.
Yeah,
Try
Nick
like 50
There's
times.
on at like,
Yeah.
I think it's at 6, 9, and then like at 9 at night. Something like that.
Yeah, Legend of Korra that they finally aired in England 8 months after the fact.
Doesn't matter, they still aired it. It's still one of the best shows on Nick. That and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well,
But anyway, this is a stupid-ass introduction.
If it is.
Back to you, our big-grinned host.
Yes. On a related note, stay tuned for Mole's Month where he mentions the upcoming Wii game related to that topic.
I'm not doing a month, I'm doing a review.
Okay, well. And that check out the upcoming Ninja Turtles game on 360, Wii, and DS.
Yes, I will be discussing that for news on XGR.
In the morning. Anyway, so, yeah, we're talking about months and stuff like that. It is that time of the month. Let's head on over.
It's the best segue for you. Good job.
So that's
Brilliant.
He's in such a bad mood.
Yeah, if you went to Stacy shit, that would have been the
That's
funniest
what I was gonna do.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, this podcast is canceled. We're done.
You have permission, Stacey, to ask Richter to slap him.
Slap him.
In the balls.
Everyone pack your laptops and go home. Oh man, he's dead.
Oh, he killed the host.
This is the part where I wait 5 seconds and then Ron Simmons walks out and goes, "Damn!"
Damn.
Yeah, let's go over to Geeky Girl. Go ahead and talk about your month.
Alright. Although I'm really sure you don't want to hear about that portion of my month. Although if you want to, I'll be more than happy to give you all the details.
No.
All the
You're all right.
The black man's the first one to speak.
No, we're gonna talk about that on XGR too.
I would listen to you talk about that, but I just watched Ghostbusters 2. I'm already sick of seeing Rivers of Slime.
Ah,
Oh boy.
okay. For my month, I pretty much went insane and bought like a crazy shit ton of games on Steam. So I'm just gonna list them all off for you. Okay, I got Bastion was actually donated to me by a fan, so I'm gonna LP that. I got Binding of Isaac, Day of Defeat, Final Fantasy VII, Half-Life, the first one, some Sonic the Racing one, Civilization 5, the Gold Edition or whatever, Thomas Was Alone, Unreal Tournament 2004, and Worms Revolution. So, yeah, I pretty much dropped like $40, you know, but it was pretty worth it, because I often do LAN parties and stuff, so that'll be great for that.
I look forward to seeing your Final Fantasy VII Let's Play.
I guess I'll do that one eventually. Okay.
And Worms Revelation does kick ass.
No, it's Worms Revolution.
And I already had that game. I bought it day one when it came out on PS3.
Revelation, though. Okay. Anyway.
Well, if you're gonna be technical, it's not just Sonic Racing. It's Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing transformed. Booyah! You got served.
Oh, that's right. Serve me up. Stay in the kitchen where we belong. Anyway.
It is that time of the month.
I also saw a movie. God damn it! I saw what was it? Now I'm gonna see Zorro. I don't remember now. Frickin'. Oh God! My brain is like failing me. Not
Lone Ranger?
Yeah, I saw that shit. It was so bad I tried to forget about it.
Yeah.
The non-Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, like I just felt like it should be called like Johnny Depp the movie plus Dude. Like.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, it was just.
I knew they were gonna do that.
Weren't they pretty much equal though?
No, it was Johnny Depp pouring himself out plus Guy.
Yeah, that
Let's face facts.
that
It's
one guy.
effectively the Green Hornet. What do you go to watch the Green Hornet for? Here's a hint. It's not the Green Hornet.
Yeah,
But
it's always.
Hornet was funny, and I enjoyed that. Maybe because the Asian guy was cute. I mean, or the color green. I don't know. Or like what the other guy was funny too. But like,
You hear that, Jeff? She likes. You hear that, Marcus? She likes Asian. Do you have a way in?
no. Anyway.
And she likes the color green, so show her your gangrene.
Yeah, but like I just saw that. And
I
I
don't
was,
think anyone here has gangrene. That would be fucking hilarious.
and I kind of feel like I want my $8 back in my hour of time back, or hour and a half, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have saw Pacific Rim.
I know, I should have saw something else. My friend was like, we should go see that. But my mom was like, no, we should see this movie. Because I like Johnny Depp, and I love The Lone Ranger when I was like a kid or something, or blah, blah, blah. So I saw that with my mom, and it was like, she enjoyed it. But that's because I don't think she paid attention, really.
Something done perfect.
That's cool. Well, it is Johnny Depp the movie, so there you go.
Yeah, so that was pretty much my month.
What did you say, Marcus?
Stacey over there froze for a second.
Oh, good.
Oh my.
No.
Just for the reference to the fans that are wondering, the Lone Ranger has a 27% on the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, we gotta make it 25. I want an even number.
25's not an even number.
If 100 is divisible by 25, more than 27.
25 is an odd number. If you mean prime, then yes.
Or an odd number.
You mean prime?
It's not prime either, is it?
Not prime, is it?
No.
What is it?
25
5 times 5. 5 times.
Cube number, or what do you?
Right, no, it is a prime because it's not prime. It's because prime numbers can only be divided by 1 and themselves.
Right.
Okay, we just lost so many listeners because we're doing math.
Well, then let's get them back. Let's kick over to QJ with his month, and let's hear about his adventures trying to steal his boy's girl.
Okay. Well,
Is this when he was a werewolf and his friend was a vampire? Because I think I've seen that film.
oh no, my life is much more exciting. Thanks. But no, I was actually hanging out with them today, and incidentally, we because this is not it wasn't really our fault. I mean, it kind of was, but either way, we dined and ditched at Red Robin today because we went in expecting that it was only going to be about $30 or so, and that's all we really had, and it came out to be over $50. And we didn't immediately dine and ditch. We just put what we had in there and underpaid. So, and then we just walked out. And so, I mean, there was nothing else we could do, and we were like, fuck it. I mean,
it's called 2 of you stay there, 1 of you go to the ATM.
Nobody had any ATM money. No, like, we're broke, man. We're kids. We're like broke.
You say to the guy, hey, we can't pay. We can't. You say to the guy, we can't pay right now. We're a little bit short. He says, oh, cool, okay, fair enough. And then he puts you to work in the kitchen for about 5-10 minutes. It's a wacky summer adventure. You bond. You normally meet some scraddy-haired, greasy guy in the back. It's fun. Haven't you seen any movies?
So wait, am I to understand this was the 3 of you, you, him, and the girlfriend? Is that correct?
It was actually 5 of us. It was me, him, and the girlfriend, another friend of ours, and my friend's brother.
Okay.
That was it.
So between the 5 of you, you couldn't come up with $50?
No, because his brother had no money. His brother's like 15.
Wait. You stole his girl in front of his brother?
I said nothing about stealing any girls, Mo.
No, I was exaggerating because the 3 of them went on a trip once, and I made a joke that he should steal his girl, which is why I brought it up.
Yeah. But thanks for giving me the credit. Anyway.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So, related to have you have a female in the group, she should easily be able to take the manager in the bank and solve this problem very quickly.
No,
not every girl is Stacy.
Oh!
Yep, and not every girl is Simon.
Hi, Simon.
But anyway, so after that we went and like messed around in a Target and bought some bubbles and walked around with a bunch of teenagers looking at us blowing bubbles.
Whoa.
You're going to point out the same thing I was about to point out, aren't you?
Yeah, we're all.
All your money to Red Robin.
Oh, we had like $5 left. It was, like I said, it was $50 and we only had 30.
What the hell?
Huh?
Cheap bastards.
Wait, say again? I missed that. What'd you say?
I said, then you could have left more money and not look nearly as bad at the restaurant.
We didn't want to be completely broke. We just gave what we thought we were gonna have to pay, and so we kept.
This is why restaurants have this thing. It's called a menu, and it lists all the numbers of what the things cost, so you can look at it and say, okay, this is this is what I should buy.
Okay, but we put it all on the same tab, and we didn't account for drinks. Drinks cost $3. With 5 of us, it was at least $13.
Again, drinks costs are on the menu, I'm sure.
No, it wasn't on this menu. We would have known if it was on this menu. It was not on this menu, and that's why it.
Don't charge drinks for free. You could have asked the waitress what drinks cost.
No, we thought that we were for free because they were for free last time we went there, and it was only 2 of us.
Water's free.
Yeah.
Are you sure that we're actually for free, or did you just not pay for drinks last time?
Wow.
No, on our tab, they didn't charge us for it. I know I got water, and I know a friend got a Coke, and they didn't charge us for it. So we were like, okay, well, I guess drinks are free. They come with the meal, as a whole, and apparently not.
See, QJ, you're doing it wrong. I know you're trying to be like a rapper and stuff, but when they talk about stealing coke, this is the wrong type.
I'm pretty sure it's making coke and not stealing it, but okay.
No, they normally steal it with guns and pop caps in someone's ass.
I thought it was selling coke.
That's true, yeah. Well, they gotta make it to sell it.
Coke.
There you go.
Yeah. So, other than that, we bought some bubbles and, like, blue bubbles around the mall area where we were, like, and relived our childhood, basically.
You're like the least tough rapper ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like just skipping around the mall blowing bubbles.
Oh, yeah, we did some frolicking. Like, we went out of our way to frolic a little bit while we were doing that. Because, fuck it. So.
Well, just remember. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If you add "and shit" to the end of anything, it makes it more gangsta. So you could be like, "We were blowing bubbles and shit," and then that would get that cred back.
Yeah. So other than that, I saw Pacific Rim. That was awesome. I saw that a couple of weeks ago. But and just today, I finished all of the episodes out of Breaking Bad. If you haven't watched that show, go check it out. It's very good. The last 8 episodes, I think, start in August 11th. So it's the premiere time to get into the show if you're going to get into the show. The first season is only 7 episodes, so it's a really easy watch. The seasons after that are only 13 episodes, except for the season it is in now is 16 episodes, with 8 having aired already. So, yeah, it's probably my favorite show right now.
And did I not hear that was going to be the next review of Coyote Media?
Well, I already did the first season, so I was like, I mean, because each season builds upon itself, but I mean, like, it's really kind of a show you got to watch it for yourself. After you watch the first season, you pretty much get a feel for how the rest of the series is going to go, and it just keeps up the quality. If I were going to do a review of any of the other seasons, I'd have to do some spoilers and hit up on some specific topics of what happened and stuff. But it's still, I recommend the show. Like my verdict, I don't even have to say anything about the show. My verdict will go is just like, go watch the show. And just watch the first episode. If it feels like it's your kind of show, then keep watching. If it's not, then you can just stop there. But I'm pretty sure like most, I didn't think it was a show that I would like. And when I picked it up, I was, very grateful to have it, checked it out, so it's worth checking out.
Cool.
Yeah. But other than that, I've been working on another album. Not much to say there because I've been trying to keep it under wraps until I finish the writing, but
He gave up on it.
No, I didn't give up on it. I almost gave up on it, but I had to.
You Facebook posted that you gave up on it.
I did give up on it, but I ended up changing stuff and putting new songs onto it, and then I just put the name back on it and the concept.
When is your cover of Poker Face coming out?
A little bit after Never, so look for it then.
So just after Half-Life 3 comes out.
There you go.
But
Yeah, I'd like to go back to your little bubble blowing extravaganza over here. I would just like to say, I know most of us are WWE fans, wrestling fans. That's where this whole organization started. And
this organization started on the Power Rangers website.
No, it didn't. But anyway,
yes, it did. The original Wrestling X Pound was me reviewing the shows in text format in the wrestling thread on RangerTalk.com. Thank you very much.
But as Marcus just said, and as you just addressed, it started for WWE and stuff because, like you just said, it was Wrestling X Pound.
Yes, but it was on that board.
Saturday.
Dip to toe.
Have fun editing this, Jim.
I will.
But yeah, so and I know all of us remember John Cena, Doctor of Thugonomics. And so no, that's not the Doctor of Thugonomics. That's he wishes he had balls. Anyway,
Word life, space Thugonomics.
There. So with that in mind, I have a new rapper name for QJ.
Oh boy. And
I hereby dub the BA Blowing Bubbles.
How about no?
Why do you call him the Doctor of Bubblenomics?
A for effort.
You should just go out Bioshock and be Mr. B, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, why don't you just call him Bubbles? Because he's hardcore.
There you go. Anyway, are you done now, QJ, or do you have other stuff you'd like to mention?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's see. Then let's kick over to James Phoenix with his review for the month.
10 years later.
I'm here with my review. Anyway, yes, I'm going to be doing a follow-up review, because you may remember a couple of months ago, I did a little review of an MMO called Star Trek Online, or STO for short, and now that I'm essentially finished with it, at least with my Federation character, I haven't tried any Klingon or Romulan characters yet, but I'm about within 5 missions of completing the story and started doing some endgame content. Marcus and I have started rebuilding up his non-existent fleet. I just wanted to come back and talk about it for a little bit, and mention that I really like how in a lot of these storylines, especially when you get later into the story, is they started tying a lot of the storylines back to things that happened in the show. Little references here and there, connections in something, to this and that. And it's really kind of cool how they really tied it into the universe. Because early in the game, you didn't see a lot of that. I mean, the only thing you saw was, okay, yeah, they explained the whole Romulus blowing up thing in the new Trekverse movie, that whole thing. They explained all that. But then they really get back not only referencing that stuff from the movie series, but also going back to the TV shows and a lot of references to the Dominion and to this and that, the Undine from Voyager, the Breen, all this good stuff. And I really like how they brought that in. I also like how when you get to Endgame, your ship that you get as your Rear Admiral rank is you can then unlock better weapons. You'll have enough credits at that point to really upgrade it, get the better stuff, and really put up a good fight for some of the fleet actions. Which I tried out a little bit here and there. There's ones where you have to go to a planet and shoot Tholians to get prizes. There's a great variety of things both in space and on ground that you can do as part of your endgame content. I really like that variety and stuff to be doing at the endgame. And I look forward to seeing exactly where the final storyline ends and where that leaves us. And also to building up the fleet. As I mentioned, Marcus, Shadow and I have been building up our fleet, formerly Shadowbane, now Hexagon. And we're building our fleet up currently by little contributions of credits and various things that you need to build it up, and you can do different levels. You unlock stuff. You can go there. You can have your mail and your exchange and all that stuff there. It seems pretty cool. So there's really a lot to do even after that happens. And as I mentioned, they are going to be adding some new endgame content within the next few months. So there really is it's constantly expanding. It really does give you a fully immersive Star Trek experience, and I've really enjoyed playing through it. And I think I'll enjoy it for quite a long time to come.
Sweet.
Wow. I'm impressed. Okay then.
Years old. Or older.
Right. So let's check on over to my good friend Richter Hammer for what the hell he did this month that didn't involve his kids.
Oh, wait.
You did your kids? What's wrong with you?
Man, what?
They may or may not have been involved, but I totally took a trip. I didn't know it was supposed to be without my kids.
He
drove
didn't do
down
anything to his kids. I was just saying to Stacey, he didn't do anything to his kids. He just left his kids alone with paint cans and guns and shit, and then basically encouraged burglars to try and recreate Home Alone on a small budget.
I'm just
I bought lots of webcams and shit. I had it covered. YouTube gold right there.
So wait,
Yeah, Home Alone meets Paranormal Activity.
So wait, you mean you tried to make Home Alone 4?
There is a Home Alone 4.
That's what I've said. That's what I remember. That movie is terrible, and that looks like it was on a shit.
Nice.
There's a Home Alone 5.
Yeah, there was 4.
Yeah, there is.
There's a 5. It's basically the the first two, the third one was that other kid, Alex Pruitt. That's not bad. It's got 4 ratings. It's pretty good. Number 4, they tried to bring in new characters to be the characters from the first two. They put freaking new actors. They put freaking French Stewart playing Marv. How the hell does that work? And he's dressed like Harry. It's like, what are you amalgamating these two? What the hell? And some new annoying ass kid playing Kevin, and his parents are divorced, and all the family's gone. It's fucking awful. Home Alone 5 is apparently another new kid, and it's got Malcolm McDowell as the head burglar, so I haven't seen it, but that can't be bad.
Maybe it really is Home Alone because all his family's gone because they got divorced and separated.
I believe it's probably about his month.
Yes, please tell us about your mom. What trip did you go on with or without your child?
We all drove down to Northern California, which is about a 12-hour drive from here. No, a 13-hour drive from here.
Please tell me the entire time you kept playing the OC song of California all the way there, please.
No.
Also, I like to take a moment to call out Mark. I also like to take a moment to call out Marcus Shadow online. He said it was like 24 hours to drive to California from there.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I said, like, you started at a MorphCon. You're like, fuck that. It's like 24 hours.
Where is our MorphCon?
It's in South California.
It's in Pasadena, wherever that is.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say 20. But it's
like 16, 18 hours.
Yeah, it'd be like 18 hours.
24 hours is perfect. Take Richter with you. Put him in the back seat, and he can watch the entire season of 24 in the back seat on the drive.
And that's Richter's phone, y'all.
Yeah. But so we drove down there to visit her dad and her grandma. Aww. And her dad's fucking like hunching over now. He looks like a C. It's funny. Other than that, I played some games, reviewed some games, and like Stacey, actually shit on the Steam Summer Sale, which is kind of surprising because I think I'd purchased like 2 games on Steam before. But
someone really wants to get over.
Yeah, no, jeez. But I got RPG Maker, which was mentioned on XDR. I bought DLC Quest, which is fucking hilarious. I also picked up the double pack of Breath of Death and Cthulhu Saves the World. And I want to say there's another one that I can't remember offhand. Oh, I bought Terraria. That's right. And those are pretty cool so far. I haven't played a whole lot of them. Well, I did play DLC Quest. I just finished that today. It's super short, but pretty fucking funny. Then movie-wise, my wife and I finally saw The Hobbit, and we really fought to stay awake during that. That was fucking boring as shit.
Aww.
But, well, all the good stuff's in. Well, my wife's like, well, let's just skip number 2 so we can just watch number 3 where they actually do, like, important shit that's interesting. And I was like, yeah, except I want to see Bjorn. That's my favorite character. We should have not watched the first one. And she's like, that's true. And I was like, fuck. Well, we already watched it.
Wait, you said Lord of the Rings, or?
No, he said Hobbit.
Hobbit.
But you said the second one. There isn't a second one.
Yeah. And in all fairness, Ricky, you could have saved yourself a lot of effort, and you could have watched a great review of The Hobbit on Showtime. Available now.
Yeah. I didn't want to spoil it. No, I'm just kidding. But, the book was good. So, I already know what happens, but yeah, it's... Thankfully, the DVD was not the fucking ridiculous 48 frames or whatever nonsense, but yeah.
Let's not get into that debate. We're going to have to hear Marcus go on and on about how much better it was in 48 frames.
You couldn't make that movie better, so that'd be a moot point. But that was pretty much my month.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Forgot to mention the movie that we saw that we're doing a review of.
Yeah, well, that's going to be there. I'm not going to spoil that.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, there is a review. I thought you'd want to hop the review.
Oh. They've already seen it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did see the Phoenix Wright movie, Marcus and I. That movie's awesome.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, watch our review first, then go see it. Or the other order. Just make sure to do both. Ding!
Which movie? I'm sorry.
Take that!
Yeah.
The Phoenix Wright movie.
It's fucking awesome.
Right.
Subtitled.
Alright, now, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's kick across the pond and go to Chris the Mole for the final review of the month.
Thank you. And this time I'm going to be reviewing something I hadn't reviewed before. I'm going to be reviewing a book. This is
Rip off!
This is William Shakespeare's Star Wars, Verily, A New Hope, by Ian, and I want to say it Duzcha, but I can't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Now, I know you're all thinking, at first, Shakespeare and Star Wars, very different, because one's like big fucking budget thing, the other one's like a play, but the idea of mixing the two, it's just absurd. However, if you read it, it actually works really great. It's the story of Episode 4, told in a new and just refreshing way, which is both a treat for Star Wars fans, and in my opinion, a treat for Shakespeare fans too. Unlike normal books, it's not presented like a story, it's presented like a play with acts instead of chapters, and it's in script form too, and makes for a great read. They also have illustrations to show off their vision, like Darth Vader in like an old-timey cape, or the X-Wing and TIE fighters on sticks. My favourite illustration, Darth Vader face-palming as a little tiny Death Star on a stick is on fire to show the destruction of the Death Star. They do references to Star Wars stuff that Star Wars fans would love, like Han casually addressing to the audience, "I'll never say whether or not I shot first," which is awesome. You've also got Shakespeare references and jokes too, like Luke picks up a stormtrooper helmet and gives a very similar speech to another Shakespeare play we all know. Each character is done a treat too, with each having hidden depths which actually make them slightly deeper in the actual films, like everyone from Han to R2, which is brilliant. And just to give an example of this, I've got it bookmarked in my book. I will now read a passage from the Death Star one, which I thought was fucking awesome and does the job well. "Once more into the trench, dear friends, once more." This is Luke talking, by the way. Luke, "Once more into the trench, dear friends, once more. The death of our dear friends we see today. And my troth their souls shall be avenged. I was not angry since I came to space. Until this instant, strike at us at thou. Shalt know the power of the force, thou brute, thou empire full of hate and evil deeds. Aye, pluck us down, and we shall rise again. Our cause is not alone for these good men who here were killed today. Our cause is not alone for those on Alderaan who died. Our cause is for truth, for righteousness, for anyone who over oppressive knew. 'Tis not the rebellion for the sake of one, 'tis a cause to serve a privileged few. This moment shall resound in history for every person who would freedom know. So big, stand with me now and by my side, and Wedge, fly at my side to lead the charge. We free, we happy, we band of brothers. We shall fly into the trench with fottles full."
Nice.
Yep, and
Nice.
as you can tell, it reads and feels like Star Wars and Shakespeare at the same time. The cover even looks like an old-timey book. I have to give this a pure 10 out of 10. I don't like giving 10s to stuff, because it's like, nothing's perfect, but this mixes both so well, and I just enjoyed it so much that I've actually read the entire book since I bought it. Buy it today. Star Wars, William Shakespeare's Star Wars, Verily, A New Hope.
That's what I say.
Thank you.
Since you told me about it, I got it in Barnes and Noble, and I wasn't ever a big Star Wars fan, but I'm a bigger Shakespeare fan. And I also loved it so much.
Nice.
That's really clever. I mean, to be able to mix both stories. I wonder if the guy's gonna do that with other genre of films or something.
It comes, just to answer that question, it comes from something called Quirk Books, which I believe they're the same ones that have published other mixed ones like Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Now, the one I'm hoping he does is, if I scroll to this book, I'm not going to read the entire fucking passage because this one's kind of long, but the chorus at the end, the end paragraph of the chorus at the end is, "Look on as the brave Chewbacca sounds the cheer. They let our heroes rest free from attack, until darkness rise and the Empire striketh back." The end. And I'm like, oh my god, yes, do Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
And you've got like an afterthought with here where he's pretty much talking about how it came about and how he enjoyed making them and stuff, and it's pretty cool. You can check it out. It's available on Kindle. It's available on book. It's awesome. Everyone should get that book. I know I convinced Simon to buy that book because he likes both things too, and it's awesome. It's Star Wars and it's Shakespeare.
It is really friggin' amazing. I bought it.
Probably not pick that
Have
up.
you read it all?
Yep, I read the whole thing.
Nice.
I want to see how they handle the Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
Luke, thy mother I shagged.
For I found the hidden truth, for he
Look,
is
it's
my
your mother.
That's awesome. Well, now that we've thoroughly explored people's lives, let's kick back over to Baldy Wan Kenobi himself, Richter Hammer, for this month's discussion.
All right, for this month's discussion topic, basically everyone picks either a movie or a book, a TV show or a video game or some form of media, like a specific show that you like or a game, and you just that you think other people should play, regardless of if it's a genre they like or a type they like or the characters, you know, if they don't read books about like certain types of people or whatever, you just recommend something that you really like that you think other people should experience the whole way through.
Can we recommend more than one thing?
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
go
start
first.
with you, Richter, because it was your topic.
Okay. So obviously this is a weird thing to, you know, can be hard to narrow it down, but I feel I'm going to go with a video game for Super Nintendo called Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Woo!
The game is effing awesome. And even if you don't like RPGs, it's still pretty good because I know a guy that, like, one of my friends literally doesn't play any RPGs, but he loves that game because it's really good. The story's really good. The characters are pretty good. Although the main character is one of the terrible tropes of he's mute except for one ending. But like, the story's really good. Characters are good. It deals with time travel in a really good, in a way I think is really, really well done. And even though it's, you know, it's an RPG, so obviously, you know, you got to fight lots of guys, but the fights, they are active time based, so it's still somewhat turn based, but it, you know, the faster you are, the more you move, so it's not like pick everyone's action and then they just go, so it feels a little bit more fluid. It's not really, but it doesn't feel like, you know, the stifling like chess where you just pick one move, you know, it's not like that, but good game, and it's a long game, and it's interesting throughout. So you definitely get your money's worth, and it's got multiple endings. And if you ever played a video game that had New Game Plus, it's because of Chrono Trigger. As far as I know, it's the first game that had it. I fucking love that feature in games. And it's used, because this is the one that originated it, and it's done really well here. So you really can get a ton of playtime out of it, and I love the game, and I really think even people that don't like RPGs should at least try that game because it's really well done.
Sweet. I've heard a lot of good
I
stuff
totally
about
agree
that.
with Richter on that. And that is an awesome game.
Yep. I think I played the first one and it was pretty cool.
That's the only one you should play.
Yeah, Chrono
Yeah,
Cross,
really good.
spiritual sequel wasn't as good. I know some people love it, but I think Chrono Trigger is.
Ironic thing is, I own both of them.
I own multiple of Chrono Trigger.
Me too. I own the 3D, the DS, 3DS one or DS one, and then the Super Nintendo one. Plus, it also on my.
I refuse. Oh, go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, Stacey.
No, I said I just own like the DS one, the one on this SNES, I guess it was it, and the one on the computer.
I own the PS1 one, the one that's in the collection. I refuse to play it after the first time I played it because they completely screwed it up.
Yeah, if you can avoid it, don't play the PlayStation 1 version, even though it has some good stuff. Play either the Super Nintendo or the DS one.
Yeah, what they did to it, there was no excuse for that,
No,
in my
it's-
opinion.
Yeah, you like when you go to the menu, there's like a fucking 4-second lag where it's loading, and that just
Well, no, that's
and
fun.
the battle.
The battle.
Yeah,
That's
you start
what
a
killed
battle
me.
and just waits while you hear it loading, and you're like, God, it was so fluid. What happened?
How do you take a game that has instant battles and when you put it on a better system, all of a sudden it's got load times for every battle?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The battles, the enemies are on the map, so it's not like you walk around and it's like when the screen changes to a battle one, like, the enemies are actually on the map while you're walking around, so
that's convenient.
The answer is very simple. When you're on a cartridge, things are automatically there. When you go to a disc, you have to load everything off that disc to use it.
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't play the PlayStation.
No, that's why you shouldn't play this. That's why you shouldn't play the Sega CDI.
Ouch! That too. All right, who wants to go next? Unless you have more. No.
Okay, I'll go next.
All right.
Man.
Yeah, so I have two in particular. One's a show and one's a game. But I already mentioned the show. It was Breaking Bad. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows about it, but for people who are listening and don't know about it, it's about a guy who is a high school chemistry teacher, and he gets diagnosed with cancer, and so he decides to start selling meth in order to secure his family's financial future once he dies. So basically, I have a lot of friends who really, like, I talk about it a lot around my friends, and there's a Family Guy joke about it, that they made a gag where Peter is watching Breaking Bad, and then right before it, there's like this hypnotic sequence where they're like, you will recommend, and he's like, Breaking Bad is the greatest show you have ever seen, except maybe The Wire, and Peter like repeats everything he says, and he's like, you will recommend this show to everyone you know. And like, my friends accuse me of that happening to me, and I could really vouch for that show happening to everybody who watches it. It's like, you want to just like throw it in everyone's faces just so that they can embrace the awesomeness of the show. And like, it's not for everybody, and like I said, I didn't think I would be into it because it's like a crime drama, and I like crime dramas because I'm a big Tarantino fan. But it's a very like kind of adult show, not in the, like an adult like explicit sense, but like a mature show, and it has mature writing, and the way that it goes, the execution is very high maintenance as far as TV shows go. So I always, I mean, like, I'm into that, but it was like, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I didn't think it was going to be my cup of tea when I got into it, but it definitely was. So, that's definitely a show I would recommend to anybody.
Can I ask a question about this show? From what you told me, there seems to be a very, very large logical fallacy in this show. Tell me, this scientist guy, you talk about how, like, you said, like, in previous discussions of this show that he's like something like a super scientist, like he uses all this crazy super scientist shit to save the day, right?
Yeah.
It seems to me that if this were the situation, and I were in this situation, after I had cancer, and I was a super scientist, I wouldn't start selling meth. I would start using my time and my super science to cure my fucking cancer.
No, see, he's not that kind of super science. He's more of like a MacGyver type. Because the thing is, he was super science because he was like one of the most prestigious, and there was something where he sold a company idea that he had, and then his friends got rich off of it, and now that's why he's just a chemistry teacher now. So he's like humbled by the fact of that, but he's not a genius. Like, he can create everything. He just knows enough to get him out of certain situations. Like, there was a time where they were in an RV, and because they cook in an RV, and they got stranded because the car wouldn't start, and so they had to create a battery out of sponges and copper and wires and coins, and just like the most makeshift kind of thing you could ever think of. And I think I mentioned it in my review for Around the Pound like two months ago, but like he used a thermite from an Etch-a-Sketch machine to break into a warehouse, because it can ignite, and it can be as hot as the sun when you ignite it. So yeah, it's just like he it's almost like a Batman or a MacGyver type thing that he uses, and that's about it. He can't like cure anything, but
fair enough. Just seemed that there was a fallacy in there. Anyway, your other thing.
I was just gonna say also, it's very realistic. I know there are certain aspects of it that sound like it's not plausible, but the way they do it is 100% realistic. That's one of the things that it gets a lot of critical acclaim for. But the other thing that I have that I want that I would recommend to anybody is the Metal Gear Solid series, particularly my favorite one, which is Metal Gear Solid 3, because it's a prequel to the entire series. That one, because when you play, like, if you play the first one, it's for the PS1, so, it's not as good graphics. And then the first game in the series that I played was number 2, which was absolutely, like, it drops you right into the story without any kind of explanation or recap. And the only reason why I even knew what was going on was because I Wikipedia'd everything from it while I was playing. So those aren't the best to start with. But if you want to start into that series, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the best one because it's, like I said, it's a prequel, and so it plays like a standalone story. And it just, it eases you into the entire story from the very beginning. And it's a Japanese game, so it plays like an anime, and there are a lot of aspects of it that get made up, like the really, really extensive cutscenes that go. I believe in Metal Gear Solid 4, they stretch to like 30 minutes per cutscene because they just pack so much story into it. But the story is so interesting and so intricate that for like a military game, it's like miles above something that you would get from like Call of Duty. They go so existential with it. It's like the Matrix in the philosophical things that they bring into the story. It's mind blowing. It's literally mind blowing how far they go into it. I know anybody who's played the game, and especially the third one, but in all of the games really, once you play it, afterwards, you don't come out thinking the same way you did going in. It really changes how you think about the world and how the world is run, and they get really deep with it, and it's just a very thought-provoking game, as well as a lot of fun, a lot of good gaming mechanics. If you're into stealth games, it's very good, but even if you're not, there are a lot of aspects of it that they borrow from other platforming type games and third person shooters and stuff. So that's definitely an amazing series to check out. So yeah, those are my two.
Fair enough.
You want a Metal Gear game that will make you think about the world as it is today? Go play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. That game is awesome.
Yeah,
that is amazing in that game.
They always do that, yeah, and that one in particular, yeah, because it's very relevant to today's.
So amazing they had to make up a word for its subtitle.
I will admit,
the music is awesome. Yeah. The music is the best part of that game.
I will admit that game looks fucking awesome. But like I've mentioned to Victor before now, I haven't played it just because it's not Snake.
Yeah.
You won't miss it.
It's alright though.
Yeah.
No, but like, just to go with what QJ was talking about, Metal Gear Solid 1, that game is fucking amazing. Like,
it really
is. Like, when, like, that Psycho Mantis fight is easily my favorite fight. I, like, have a save from there just because I love that shit. Like, he mentions how, his dialogue changes depending on how often you, like, die, how often you save. He reads your fucking memory card. Like,
that's how you beat
awesome shit that isn't done in games even still today. Like,
it's only so innovative. Yeah. Yeah, because that's how you beat him. You have to, the only way that you can beat him is by moving your first-person controller into the second-person controller port. Yeah, so he doesn't read what you're doing. And it's like, who thinks of that? It's just like unbelievable. Yeah, that was actually on a lot of people's list for most innovative move in a video game. Yeah.
I may be in the minority with this, but I prefer the GameCube version, Twin Snakes, to the original, just because they redid a lot of the cutscenes, so it's all high def. And come on, you can't beat Psycho Mantis reading your memory card, meaning like, oh, I see, you like Zelda.
You like Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, it reads what it says on your memory card. It's awesome, yeah.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 is one of those games that just will never be touched, and they'll forever be in the annals of video games as one of the top, 5 games ever made.
Yeah. See, I never actually played. I mean, I played the first one, but I had to play it way after I played the others. It's like, I really wish they would remake the originals, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, but Metal Gear Solid 1 is like a really good starting point. You can start with that if you really want to get into the main story, but there's a very good brewing up backstory that starts with 3 and then goes on to Peace Walker or Portable Ops, but that's not canon to the series. And the upcoming Metal Gear Solid 5, which is going to be the sequel to Peace Walker. So
I will say this about Metal Gear Solid 1, it does punish you for not going out of your way to get an optional item. And it pisses me off to find to actually beat the game.
Yeah, because you kind of need, sometimes you need some of the stuff that they dangle in your face.
I missed the IR goggles, so I literally could not defeat Psycho Mantis.
Oh, God.
I can't see him.
That's too bad.
And the Metal Gear Solid games were pretty fun. There was one of them I didn't like, but most of them I played.
What's the one that you didn't like?
Yeah, the one I didn't like was, I don't know what number it was, probably 4 with you saying 5. I didn't like the PlayStation 3 one, where it wasn't really a game, it was just a giant fucking cutscene.
It was. They went overboard with it. They get to, I mean, the game is like a couple of hours long. I mean, obviously, more than hours. It's really long, but the majority of it is comprised of cutscenes. So you gotta have patience to go through it, because it's like the series has been like that, but they really overkilled it in the fourth one.
Yeah, they did it too much to the point where I'd say in the 4th one, the ratio of game to movie is the same you will find on any DVD of a film that also has a bonus fucking game on the disc, like the Pirates of the Caribbean Look for Treasure.
Yeah, it's just like that. Yeah,
it's the case. Gameplay should come first.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a person that plays the game for the story, that's the game for you, really. But if you really, I mean, because you could get bored. I know I watched a friend play it, and we both fell asleep during the cutscenes. They were so long. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I also didn't like one of the PS2 ones.
Oh, which one?
The second one, Sons of Liberty.
Yeah.
It might be that one, because there was one on the PS2. There was, I think there was 2 on the PS2, and one felt more like a spin-off than the other one. I didn't like the spin-off-ish one.
That was the prequel. That's the one that I prefer. But I liked that one because it was standalone, and you don't need to know anything about the series to know what's going on, and that's the only reason why I liked it. But they've capitalized off of that one, at least, because like I said, Peace Walker and the upcoming Metal Gear Solid 5. So at least they're going on with that story.
Yep. Which is Metal Gear Solid 5 Snake again?
It's the Snake from the Metal Gear Solid 3. So it's Big Boss, the pre-Snake before he clones himself and has Solid Snake. Yeah, the original Snake.
It's still better than the new guy from the other one.
Yeah, it's still the same voice actor, and he looks the same. So like I said, the new one looks awesome as fuck. But yeah, I'll admit, I'm one of those people where if I don't like the character, I'm not gonna play the game. Yeah, I feel you. I just wanted to mention the new one. Also doesn't have the original voice actor from the series, though. It's Kiefer Sutherland playing his voice because he's older. So they wanted to find somebody who brought that, old, I guess, voice, or could bring the old intensity in. I think it might be good, but, can't beat the originals.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anybody else want to go?
Since, Bull, you've been talking, why don't you go ahead and give us your recommendations?
Okay, I'll go with 4. 3 films, 1 game.
Okay.
The game, first of all, just because it kind of ties into the one QJ mentioned. Hang on, can James stop moving his headset?
Strictly Caron, stop scratching, and let.
Okay, can you hear us now, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Stop moving your headset.
I'll be able to hear you the whole time. I'm sorry, I can't control that it fucking moves.
No, I wasn't saying you'd be hearing us. I was asking you to stop moving the headset, because every time I was talking, it was cutting us off of... that was all. But yes, the video game, like I said, ties into what QJ's got. And it's on, what QJ mentioned, and it is on PS3. Little Big Planet 1 or 2. Definitely the second one more than the first. The reason I recommend this is, it doesn't matter what type of game you like. This has it all. I've seen people recreate dungeon crawlers like Zelda. I've seen RPGs being made in there. I've seen action games being made in there. There's levels for Little Big Planet, Pirates of the Caribbean DLC, Marvel superheroes. It's fucking awesome. It's got so much creativity in it that it's almost impossible, to actually be able to complete every level within that game, because already there's I think they said 80 million levels already been created from people and hosted online.
Yeah.
So you have that, which is kind of cool.
Sweet.
Now the films. Obviously, I mentioned I was going to do this one when we mentioned the topic, but every guy out there, you need to watch The Godfather. It's such a romantic film in terms of how it romanticizes the gangster-style drama. It's just beautiful. Words cannot describe how much a guy needs to sit down and watch that at least once in his lifetime.
I don't know. I just want to say, I think this might be I don't know, but just like you said, guys, in your so that's okay. But when I watched it, and I'm a girl, so my opinion completely doesn't contradict yours at all. I found it the most boring thing in the entire world. Everyone looks like my Uncle Joe. They're talking. I fall asleep, and I'm like, God damn it! When's someone gonna pop a cap on somebody else or something? But
think of it like this, Stacey. The Godfather is to guys what The Notebook is to you.
But I hate The Notebook.
Or Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
Okay.
Or Pretty Woman.
See, now you're describing you're describing other movies that make me want to fall asleep, or for some of them, snap my eyes out.
I will say
it's a movie. I'm sorry. I was gonna say it's a movie that you can't really have preconceived expectations on action, because it's very much just the drama, and it brings the drama. But there is action, but it's all in the execution.
Exactly, and it's done so well. It's done so well. It's still referenced today.
Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah. The second one I haven't. Okay. I was saying the second one is actually more well received, but I have not seen the second one.
I agree. The second one's good. You need to watch 1 and 2. Avoid 3.
Yeah, 3 is not a necessity. Yeah.
Yeah. Think of it like what people say about the Spider-Man films. 1 good, 2 maybe slightly better, but you need to have seen 1 first, and the third one, no.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. And alright, hang on, 1 sec. Okay. And with the second film I would recommend is probably my favourite movie of all time, just because a lot of people I speak to just haven't watched this film. Schindler's List. People need to watch Schindler's List. It's maybe the most perfectly executed film ever. Period. That's how good this film is. It does so fucking beautiful stuff, like the girl in the little red coat, which we've all seen before now. Oh my god, so beautiful. Liam Neeson's in that, and he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, also, what's his face from,
what's his face?
He played Voldemort in Harry Potter, but,
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes, that's it, yeah. He's also in it. He plays the Nazi, but yeah, he's still in it.
Yep. And I was trying to keep these. I'm going to try and keep these short. That time I'm not staying on too many because I had more recommendations than others. But
yeah.
Also, I can't remember what show made a joke, Orlando. You should also see Schindler's List 2. Schindler's Pissed.
But the fourth recommendation for me is a film which I have to put this out there as a recommendation, and I wish people would heed my words, but I don't think they will. Brokeback Mountain.
I wish I could quit you.
But the reason I'm saying that is most people, as James just pointed out, ignorantly point out that or make comments about how, it's gay cowboys eating chocolate pudding, and just don't have the intellect to actually sit down and watch it. Therefore, so many people have passed up on this film being like, it's about gay cowboys. Who gives a shit if they're gay? Who gives a shit if they're cowboys? It's a beautiful film. It's fucking well done. It's got the Joker in it. It's awesome.
I have to point out that there was an old lady who brought a chair with her to wait and get tickets to see The Dark Knight because she saw Brokeback Mountain. And there's an old lady waiting in a 4-hour line to get tickets to The Dark Knight because she saw Brokeback Mountain just to see the actor again in a different role.
Tell her to go rent 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, yeah.
So, it must be, I'm saying it probably has some merit.
In the back.
Fair enough. Thank you, Chris.
But yeah, like I said, check out that film. Awesome film. People need to watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of those films. Like I said, it's one of those films. It gets overlooked for just completely the wrong and pretty stupid reasons.
Yeah. It is like that. Yeah.
I mean, that'd pretty much be like me sitting here and saying to everyone here, don't go and watch Star Wars. It has an incestuous kiss.
Yeah, it's such a small
you're
part.
really gonna miss out on like the greatest space thing ever.
Okay. What was your other? Oh, that was it. Yeah,
that was my thought. Little Big Planet, Schindler's List, Godfather, Brokeback Mountain.
I'll go next.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yep. For an entirely different perspective, let's go over to Stacy.
Alright. Basically, I have some things I'm gonna, not review, but like recommend. First off, a book, The Giver. It's if you haven't heard of it, most people read it in like high school, but I never actually read it until college for a children's, literature class. And it is like it's a apocalyptic, genre, I guess. Pretty much. It's really awesome because basically in the future, like a society, everybody only sees in black and white, and there is such precision in language, like they kind of, all the words that used to, like all these abstract concepts don't exist anymore, so people speak exactly how they mean all the time. And pretty much you're given like a child, everything is like regulated, you know? Like, so there's a certain amount of like people per town and like everything else. Everything's controlled. And this one, The Giver, I guess, he gets all the emotions and everything that everybody feels, all like the negative emotions and everything, and all the past history and everything goes to this one guy, so they're preserved or whatever. And it's just a really like amazing book and stuff, how like society unfolds and things. And it's just really, really freaking awesome. But that just being a sociology major, so I'm partially biased.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read the book in middle school, I think it was. And yeah, it blew me away. I really liked the explanation of color, because it was like, there was a scene where he was holding an apple and he threw it in the air, and he kept saying that it changed. It like changed for a quick second, but he couldn't explain how it changed. And you didn't find out until later that he was seeing the color red, because, you know, he lives in the black and white world. That's where you find out that their world is in black and white. They don't tell you immediately, but they tell you, I mean, like when he learns from The Giver that it turned the color red, then you realize they have no color, and that's an aspect of it that is incredibly intriguing. It's pretty much that whole way through, and yeah, it's awesome.
Okay.
Great book.
Second recommendation is a TV show that probably, I think it's an English TV show, I'm pretty sure. Spaced with the guy from
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, Simon Pegg, yeah. Oh my god, I saw that whole series twice already, and I just absolutely love it. It's just a nice little sitcom about these two people who live in this apartment and pretend to, like, be married or whatever so they can get the apartment, and it's got Nick Frost in it, and one of my favorite, there's this dog named Colin, and we have a friend named Colin, so every time we see it, we're like, Colin! And it's just adorable, and there's this crazy artist, and it's just awesome, and yeah, it's awesome for people and the way they play off each other and stuff. And it's just like a little, like, sitcom. It's, even though it's like, I guess their earlier stuff or whatever, maybe, but it's freaking awesome, so I recommend that people see that. It's not too many episodes, so it's pretty awesome. So those are my recommendations.
Nice.
You ever seen that?
Sweet.
Nice.
Spaced?
I have. That's why I told
I've seen a
you
little bit
Simon
of it.
You've
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it was pretty cool. And like I said, I had seen it. I was the one that told you it was Simon Peck.
Yeah.
That series was awesome.
Yeah, I like how his artwork is in there, you know?
Yeah.
So that leaves either James or Jeff.
Let's
James
go over
and
to the strangely silent Master of the X-Pound, James Hughes.
Thank you.
Is it going to be a list?
Ha!
Could be.
Is it going to be a list of lists that you recommend?
No. That'll be listception. We're not going to do that. I'll throw out a couple of recommendations here. First off, in terms of video games, I've played a lot of games, but if I was going to narrow down video games, I would have to say, I think that pretty much, maybe not everybody would like it, but 90% of people that play video games, if they have not played it, need to play Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, wait a second.
Or watch my LP.
I said Kingdom Hearts, or watch Geeky Girls LP of Kingdom Hearts, available now over on the Gaming Grotto. But it's a great game. The story is really, really immersive. Not only do you get to experience these Disney worlds that you see in the movies, but you get this immersive storyline that at first is sort of out there, but it develops to this major, major thing. It completely draws you by the time you're at the end of the game, and just expands upon it in the latter games. So I do fully recommend Kingdom Hearts 1. 1 and 2 in particular, if you can't play the handheld games, I have not. I've played Chain of Memories, I have the PS2 port of it, but other than that, I have not. I would like to if they port them, which they're apparently ported as part of the 2 HD collections, but anyway.
I will admit, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, like Marcus with the Metal Gear, I'm in the minority with that one. I know that Kingdom Hearts, it seems like a pretty good game. People enjoy it, more power to them. I could never get into it because to me it's too modern Final Fantasy, which I haven't enjoyed since 6. Fair enough. But
it's got the same characters and stuff.
Yeah, but I know I meant in terms of gameplay and feel and too. But I can understand people enjoying it, and if they do, totally, like Jim said, totally check it out. And hey, 1.5 is coming.
Yeah, you're gonna get the 1.5 HD re-release is coming in the end of August. So do check that out if you want to play. It comes with Kingdom Hearts 1 HD remade with I believe they said full trophy compatibility, and it also is gonna come with the HD playable version of Chain of Memories, and they're gonna throw on. They could not get the full game release in time to have it on the disc, but they're putting in the full cutscene movie of 358 over 2 days, I believe it was.
Yeah, and
no, just 358 over 2.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, but there is. It's pretty much all but confirmed that there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD, which will probably have the Birth by Sleep and the
Dream Doctor Stones.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. See, I was also going to mention, for me, Kingdom Hearts is like a softer version as far as being immersive and having such an intricate story. Is like a softer version of Metal Gear, and as far as like not in a downgrading kind of way, but as far as like how they go about the whole anime intricate plot device kind of thing, they share a lot of similarities in that regard. Metal Gear definitely goes the whole mile with it, but Kingdom Hearts does it too, and it's really awesome. Both of them do.
If that's the case, is there a scene where Mickey Mouse is hiding inside a cardboard box to pop out at the last second?
I wouldn't doubt it. There should be. It could be.
But anyway,
manga is also really good, so I'd recommend that too.
I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that. Good.
They should do an anime of it.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But anyway, so do check out Kingdom Hearts. I would recommend that. Also, on a game note, I would also, I think, assuming one is old enough that it is appropriate, I would say if you're a video gamer and you haven't played Grand Theft Auto 3, you need to play Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
Because you will inevitably end up playing all the other games. Because Grand Theft Auto 3 invented the sandbox genre and really revolutionized gaming. So if you have not played that game, you need to play that game if you're old enough.
Made the sandbox genre popular.
If you're old enough. Dude, I played that game when I was like...
I know, kids, but you're not
11,
supposed
12.
to. We officially endorse game ratings and the law here on the X-Now.
Sure, okay.
Like I said,
not all of us, not all of us will go to a restaurant and not pay.
And as I was saying to you, Jim,
We did pay.
Grand Theft Auto 3 did not invent the sandbox genre, it just made it popular. For example, there was a driver game where you could run around the city and steal cars and shit beforehand. It was just shit. And I think there was some on PC that did it, and some of them did it pretty well. Like, I swear there was some of the Elder Scroll ones first.
I think he means invented it as in reinvented. Like,
Yeah, but that's why I said it didn't invent
the
it.
open world game, but brought it into the mainstream.
Yeah, that's what I said. It didn't invent it, it just made it really, really popular.
Right. So I do recommend that game. I like that. I'd be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to recommend Jack and Daxter series. Everything before that last Abomination piece of shit. Don't play that. But other than that, play the original trilogy. Play Jack X Combat Racing if you like racing. Great series if you like. It's a basic platformer that slowly evolves in more aspects. The first one is straight up platforming with a little bit of punch, kick combat. The second one, they work in some gun mechanics, some driving, a little bit of change up. Third one, a little more driving, a little bit of this. It changes the dynamics, but it's still really good. I do recommend that to everybody. Do check that out.
And PlayStation Move Heroes.
yeah.
I want to play that. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
I was just reminding you about that. It is awesome.
Yes, that is awesome. Also, give a shot to PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royal. Jack's in that.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
the costumes are in Little Big Planet. Recommended earlier.
Yes, they are. There you go. So do check those out. In terms of films, basically, I don't care who you are. Go see all 3 Back to the Future movies. Just do it. Particularly, everybody has their own preferences to which ones they like. There's really no right or wrong answer.
I like them all.
I do too. If I had to pick an order, I'd say 2, 1, 3. But that's just me. So do check those out. Like I said, if you like time travel, if you don't like time travel, if you like zany scientists, watch it. Great, it's a great show. You will like it. Just watch it. That I agree with the early recommendation of Schindler's List. Great historical film. Great, just an amazing film. Well, also here's one off the top of my head. If you have time, if you have say about 10 hours you're looking to kill, go and buy a DVD of a miniseries called The 10th Kingdom. Watch this shit, okay? This came out on NBC back in around 04-ish, and basically it's basically, what if that world of fairy tales we knew was real, and it's about basically, I forgot the actress' name. Son of a bitch.
When I should look it up.
I can check it, but basically, watch John Larroquette, and the actress is playing his daughter. Again, name eludes me, and that pisses me off. She's Brad Paisley's wife. What the hell is her name?
Mrs. Paisley?
Yeah.
And Kimberly Williams Paisley. There we go. Kimberly Williams, now Kimberly Williams Paisley. Great movie. That's a basic plot is they live in New York City. One day they get sucked into this plot line of the world of the 9 kingdoms, where all the fairy tales happened about 200 years ago. And now the grandson of Snow White is trying to take the throne of the 4th kingdom, which is the main one. And the evil queen, the apprentice of the original evil queen, is trying to take over, and evil shit is going on, and they have to do this whole. It's really awesome. It's like 10 hours long. It was a big miniseries. They showed like an hour and a half, 2 hours every night for like a week. It's really long, but it's really good. Scott Cohen is in it. He plays a wolf, a guy called Wolf. He's pretty cool. All kinds of. Who else is in this movie off the top of my head? Hang on, where's that IMDb? Who is in this thing? There's a lot of really. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. There's a lot of really great people in this.
I will say I'll probably end up watching that while you're pulling up the IMDb list. And to me, it sounds very much like the Once Upon a Time TV show that's out at the moment, which I fucking love.
It is similar.
So awesome.
It is similar like that, minus the whole fairy tale characters coming to the real world aspect. Other than that, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar in that you said it was real life characters going to the fairy book world, whereas this time it's the fairy book people coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's small aspects of coming over. Like there's a point where the wolf and some trolls come to their world to chase him. That's when they end up running into the other world because they find this golden retriever dog that's actually the prince. Well, clone, a magic clone thing, and basically trying to take over the throne. But Diane Wiest plays the evil queen very well. Rutger Hauer is the huntsman. He's pretty awesome. Ed O'Neill is the troll king. Come on, Ed O'Neill.
In relation to April?
Huh? Oh, no relation to Megan Fox. No, fuck that. Cameron Manheim plays Snow White, and Margaret and Cinderella. I mean, come on, these are classics. Warwick Davis plays a dwarf. Come on.
To be fair, Warwick Davis wasn't going to play a giant.
Touche. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's basically showing you, all the fairy tales happened and they ended with the happily ever after. What if it wasn't so happily? What if shit kind of fell apart after that? and basically see these are the 9 kingdoms, these are where this stuff happened, this is how shit fell apart, this is what the world is like now, where there's these 9 kingdoms each ruled by, one's by the White family, one is ruled by Cinderella, one is ruled by I think Red Riding Hood the 4th, one is ruled by, this, that, that. Oh, you see all this magical world. They went to like 17 different countries to film this fucking thing for all these different lands and aspects and shit. It took them forever. That's why they didn't make another one, because it was so goddamn expensive. But it's really amazing. It's on DVD. I encourage you to check it out. It's an amazing series. It's by the company, I don't remember what it's called. I believe it's now Sonar Entertainment, formerly RHI, formerly Hallmark Entertainment. The same people that brought you such classics as Tin Man and Alice. Do check them out.
This was There Will Be Brawl Eyes Kingdom Hearts, the live-action series?
Yeah. Minus the Disney aspect, yeah. But do check that out. That's really, I do recommend that to everybody. Do check that out.
And Tin Man was fucking awesome. Alice,
Yeah, it was okay. But there's a lot of great specials that they've made that I do check out, particularly the 10th Kingdom. That was one of the earliest ones. I think the only one before that was the Merlin one, which is also good. But check out 10th Kingdom. It's great. I encourage it. And if I had to throw out just a TV show real quick, if you want to check out an awesome TV show, watch Person of Interest. Watch my review of Person of Interest. Watch Person of Interest. Ben Linus from Lost hires Jesus to fight crime. You cannot beat that show. Come on.
And watch QJ review James's review of Person of Interest.
I would like to see that. That would be great. But yeah, do check all that stuff out. I'm done rambling. Back to you.
I think I overall have to give it a 2.
There you have it, folks.
All right, well, that's my long list of things to check out. Do check out all those things. Back to you, Shadowy One.
That wasn't too long. That wasn't too long. That was about 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I figure I recommend the 3 games, a movie series, and technically 3 games, 2 movies, and a TV show.
Fair enough.
Also, if you want a comedy, check out Clue. That's all I'm going to say. Last one.
So I'll end it with me. I've got 4 across the board. I was trying to come up with a music album, but God, that's a hard one to come up with.
The Smurfs go pop again.
True blue, we're all true blue. True blue.
Yep. I did find that album the other day, Marcus Shadow, and I streamed the music across Skype temporarily just to show James Phoenix and Aeon Rider the songs. I believe Aeon Rider almost snapped with True Blue, True Blue, and Smurfing Alive, Smurfing Alive.
Smurfing Alive.
The first one I'm going to go with is kind of a combination album, well, it's a soundtrack, really, / musical play. I'm going to say Phantom of the Opera. If you haven't seen that, you need to fucking go find it somewhere. See if it's playing somewhere. Go fly to fucking New York to see it if you have to. It's that good.
This leads to the question of which version.
Yeah.
What do you mean, which version?
Like the movie.
It's been on Broadway. If there's a movie, it's been on Broadway like 9 different times with different casts.
The true Andrew Lloyd Webber version for the Broadway, or if you really want to go visit Chris the Mole and go see it where it should be seen, the way it should be seen in fucking Great Britain.
Yeah.
Which I'd love to do, but sadly cannot afford that. I did see it. I saw it in Canada, and I saw it. I want to say I saw it here in Seattle. But I saw Sunset Boulevard in New York City. That was awesome. Any of Andrew Lloyd Webber's stuff is really, really like his musical plays are awesome. His Broadway stuff.
Yep, I will say with
Phantom of the Opera is the quintessential Andrew Lloyd Webber experience. It's great music, great effects. I mean, God, like the fire effects in that, literally. We were in, like, the 3rd-tier balcony, and I could feel the fire from the front of the damn stage when it went off.
Like a cane pyro.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say, this may surprise you, Marcus, I have seen that in a theatre.
What did you think?
I liked it. Admittedly, it's not my favourite Andrew Lloyd Webber play, but it's not, that doesn't mean it's a bad play. My favourite is Cats. Never there ever was a cat. No, I'm not going to start singing that song. But still, the song I was annoying Simon with the other day.
Yeah, I love Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff, and I guarantee you, if you haven't seen or heard any of Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff, go see it. You will get hooked on it. You will want to go rush out and buy those soundtracks, because his music is that good, in my opinion. So yeah, there's that one. The second one I'll go with is a book, and it's Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. That book is amazing. I own that book. I've read it multiple times. The movie, wish it could be the book. And don't get me wrong, the movie's good. I love the movie too, but the book is just 10 times better. I love that book.
No, for coincidence, because I do own that book. along with The Lost World, and I was reading through The Lost World, I'm like, wait, this is good. Huh?
I haven't actually read The Lost World. I didn't do that.
It's good, but the Lost World does miss one thing that the film has.
What's that?
It doesn't have enough gold blooming.
Fair enough.
Jeff, you're Goldbluming. I don't know what that means.
Exactly, QJ. It was kind of a double reference, but I do like Jeff Goldblum. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the third one I'm going to recommend is actually a graphic novel, and it is heralded as one of the best, if not the best graphic novel ever created. Well, at least the best DC graphic novel ever created. It's called Kingdom Come.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a comic fan, specifically if you're a DC Comics fan and you have not read this, go find a copy and read it.
I will say, that comic book, oh my god, that may be my favorite comic of all time. However, at the same time, I will say that's not the one that's held as the best DC comic of all time.
Watchmen?
Yeah.
Okay, couldn't remember if that was DC or not.
Yeah, technically DC own Watchmen, which is the only comic book in history to end up on the best books in the world list. Mm-hmm. But, in my opinion, Kingdom Come so much fucking better.
Mo, has there been any opinions on that Watchmen sequel book that I see we recently got at the library?
Yeah. If you go into expecting it to be Watchmen, you will be disappointed. If you go into expecting it to be the same characters you like, you'll enjoy it. But Marcus Shadow, Kingdom Come. Yes.
Kingdom Come is just, it's quintessential DC. That book right there is DC. Buck the New 52, that's DC. Seriously. Yeah. The sequel to it, no, do not read that. It's a piece of shit. But Kingdom Come, awesome.
Sweet.
They get the characterizations of all the characters right, and for those who haven't actually read Kingdom Come, it's basically basically it's an Elseworlds graphic novel of what if Superman decided to have his never-ending fight for truth versus the American way. And so it's like everyone's older. Batman is so old now, his body's given up, so he walks around with like an exoskeleton, and he has to wear a suit of armor just to be able to, be the Batman. It's awesome.
I will say to you, Marcus, it's possible some fans have debated this. That may not be an Elseworlds story anymore.
Oh, it might actually be the future?
Because that comic did so well and people loved it so much that in the comics in recent years before the New 52, they actually started to include elements that looked like it would evolve into Kingdom Come. Like, they started to say, like, this gets this and stuff, and like, that's kind of cool. And
I can agree with that.
Of course, anything drawn by Alex Ross is...
Yes.
It's like orgasmic. It's orgasmic to the eyes.
Really?
Yeah, and if you read that and you don't choke a little bit by the end of the book, there's something wrong with you. Because the sacrifice, oh my god.
And the artwork. So beautiful.
That brings me to my fourth one, which is one of two films that I'm going to be recommending. And the first one is, I believe it's called, is it The Green Mile? I think is what it's called. The one with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, The Green Mile.
The late Michael Clark Duncan. That is one of Michael Clark Duncan's best movies ever.
Oh, yeah.
It is his best movie ever.
Is it?
It really is.
In my opinion, that would be his best movie ever.
It really is his best movie ever. Okay.
Well, come on, he played the Kingpin.
Yeah, but
okay, Jim, go sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
we're talking about his best movie, not his best acting role. I don't think Daredevil was
QJ go sit in the corner.
Yeah, I was going to say QJ also go sit in the corner because The Green Mile was his best acting.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I mean, like, I'm not even saying best, I'm just saying, like, that's not even close compared to movie-wise. As far as, if you had to choose between watching Daredevil or Green Mile for Michael Clark Duncan, go for Green Mile.
And it is a shame that Michael Clark Duncan passed away because now I'm wondering who the hell's going to play you in the film?
We'll find someone.
Donald Glover.
There you go. But yes, my last recommendation, probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Not my actual favorite movie of all time. We all know that's Lord of the Rings, but
which one?
It's which one? What?
Which Lord of the Rings?
The trilogy as a whole.
That's cheap.
It's not cheap.
You have to watch the whole thing.
It's not cheap. It was one book. It counts as one film.
Yeah, oh, come on. Hey, I listed where I said Back to the Future Trilogy, and I listed 2, 1, 3. Come on.
but Lord of the Rings was designed to be one big film.
Backstory time, really quick. It's really hard, at least for me, to say that because when I first went to see the movies, I said, huh? What the hell was that?
That was Stacey going rah.
When I first went to see the movies, I saw them in order, of course, and I didn't really like Fellowship because it was boring and nothing much happened. But when I got the DVDs and stuff after seeing the third movie and I went back and saw them together, that's when I realized what a great movie Fellowship was, because in context with the other movies, it made sense and it wasn't completely ass boring.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, but come on, it's a horrible trilogy. They don't even blow up a Death Star in the first film.
They blew up a Gandalf. Does that count? But yeah, so the movie. Go ahead.
I will say yes, that will count.
I mean, at least Star Wars didn't turn around and completely disavow its only human primary villain.
Who?
You mean disavow?
I mean, where the fuck was Saruman in Return of the King?
In the extended edition.
Yeah, exactly. He got fucking cut. Like, that's your... Aside from the giant eye, that's your only fucking villain, and you're not even going to give him any fucking closure? Like, no, fuck you.
To the flip side of that, and as you know, I'm a big Star Wars fan, at least Lord of the Rings didn't do a prequel in which he was a whiny little bitch.
Oh!
I don't know. We haven't seen the other two Hobbit movies yet.
Good point, good point. He could be played by Robert Pattinson.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a giant flaming eye.
He'll laugh my ass off if his mom dies, and that's why he picks him.
No, you see, Stacey, in the prequel, in The Hobbit, it's not going to be a giant eye, it's going to be a giant head, and he's going to lose an eye, which then turns evil.
He just wants to get back to the body, and he's sad and alone and scared.
Yeah.
Yes, the movie that I would like to recommend to people, I highly, highly recommend this. One of the greatest movies of all time, Field of Dreams. Just.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
If you're a father having problems with your son, your relationship's not that great, go see this movie. Other way around, if you're a kid having issues with your father, go see this movie with your father. Just do it. And I swear, if something doesn't change by the end of this movie, if you guys aren't choked up and your relationship doesn't start to change by the end of the movie, then go seek therapy.
Or listen to Cat in the Cradle.
Or that.
Or go watch That's My Boy and think at least we're not that father and son.
There you go. Yeah, or even if, your father and son and you don't have any issues, still go watch this movie. It is a great movie, and no matter what the state of your relationship is, father to son, son to father, it will have an impact on your relationship. I guarantee you this movie will have an impact on your relationship.
Relationship status?
And it's Kevin Costner at his best. So yeah, and one more thing. Last thing is the reason to watch this movie. This is what, in my opinion, makes the movie is James Earl Jones orating the message of the movie at the end. That just, if that doesn't choke you up, then yeah, you're not human.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, he wasn't originally supposed to orate that.
No, he wasn't. And they were hoping he would, but he was like, nah, I'm not going to orate. Is it all right if I just say it? It's like, yeah, okay. And then the last take, he turns around to the director and goes, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't orate it just once. Can I orate it? Would that be all right? The director's like, yeah, fine. Turns around, goes, yes. And he orated it. When he did that, the production stood still. It was that good.
Nice.
And it's just like, holy shit, what did we just witness?
Nice.
Cut, print, wrap, that's going.
Nice.
So, yeah, those are my recommendations. Hopefully, choose one of them.
Okay.
But that should do it for us this month on Around the Pound. We have many people to thank for joining us. So let's start going around. I'm going to thank QJ for joining us. I'm going to thank
Racist. How dare you thank him first?
Affirmative action.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, I look forward to seeing the first ever Coyote Media, so
Yeah.
go with that. Watch his stuff. It's bound to be awesome.
Yeah, check out his review of Community.
Yeah.
Featuring
And starring Chris the Mole.
Yep.
He's the one that picked that. Thank you to Anastasia, the geeky girl from Geeky Girls Gaming Product.
You just said Anastasia.
Yes, I did. That's my nickname.
Okay, then.
It's like my mom should have named my sister Anna Elise just so she could combine their names, so when she messes it up, it's still right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on this Around the Pound. I'm going over to our good bald buddy over here, Richter Hammer from the Sad Gamer. Thank you for joining us, Sad Gamer.
Thank you.
And then over across the pond to Chris the Mole. Thank you, Moley, for joining us from the Gaming and Comic Zone.
And thank you for being such a lovely host.
And then, of course, the boss, the man who rules the roost, Mr. James Phoenix from Rise from the Airwaves.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, everybody.
Stop hijacking my show, damn it.
Yeah, your show. Uh-huh.
Hey, I'm
What was the last time there was actually an episode of your show that didn't require us to be there to make you do it?
Well, gee, I don't know. There's one coming out pretty soon here. The one we mentioned in this program.
I should have recommended Caddyshack.
No, that is that.
That's all right.
And technically, no, that includes Richter. That goes along with what I said.
Can I click stop record now?
No. Right.
Technically, that doesn't go against what you said because Richter started as Marcus's sidekick.
This is true. But he has since grown beyond that. It's like he's being restricted again.
Yeah, but it was my idea. I asked him to do it. Anyway, I've been your host, Marcus Shadow, from Showtime. Yes, there are things coming. Coming up, actually, from my show will be Wreck-It Ralph and the aforementioned Yakutan Saiban, the movie.
And don't forget to check out the Rise of the Airwaves Showtime crossover, Aladdin reviews. First one's up. Second one might be up by the time this goes up, more likely than not. So, check those out.
Disney month, yo!
Out to the Yale.
And also watch for Coyote Media when QJ and James Phoenix team up for Disney Month to review Kim Possible.
I would see that.
Because I would watch that. That better be happening, because I'm pumped now.
I don't know. QJ, do you watch that show?
If it's not happening...
Occasionally.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll break even. We'll review the Kim Possible movie.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
We'll do a Stitch in Time. Is that fair?
Yeah, let's, maybe.
Because I love Ron.
Heard it here, folks.
He was
Kim Possible movie review.
Alright, that's enough. I've been your host, James Phoenix. Good night, everybody.
You're not the host, damn it.
And you're not the mole, you can't pull that off.
Until the next Around the Pound, everyone. Good night.